Darling ones, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you are all really well. Hope you are having gorgeous weeks. I've been coming live a lot this week and the team and I are loving it. And today, just wanted to talk to you about, you know, those times. So there's many of you in the Mastering the Art of Manifesting group and page and family now that are working with non-physical as part of your everyday. And if you are not yet working with non-physical, that's absolutely fine. If I had it ever imagined 3 years ago that I would be sat here saying I'm working with my non-physical team, I would have been like, that's a bit strange, that's a bit weird. But actually, what I've come to understand is that we all have an amazing non-physical team. Every single physical human on earth does. It's through our higher selves that we're able to work to receive from them and translate them. And actually, the more you shift your low stored vibration, the more you're able to receive from them. But it's such a journey. So I've been kind of consciously tuning to my higher self, Sarah, for about 2.5 years now, and starting to work with more and more of my non-physical team probably over the last couple of years. And it's really interesting because there are definitely times when the way I receive from them or the way I interact with them changes, and sometimes it does just go a bit quiet. And so I just wanted to come on and talk about this to say that actually it is normal, it can happen. So if there's some of you that are working with your non-physical teams at the moment and sometimes it goes a bit quiet or it feels like they're a little bit distant, there's always a reason behind it, and it can be lots of different things. So I just thought I'd do a quick live and tell you what those things can be. So obviously the first most important thing is the more balanced you are, the more you're able to receive from non-physical. So the more balanced you are, that's the first place to start from. So if we take it back to law of attraction basics, you know, the higher you feel vibrationally in your transitional vibration, your day-to-day vibration, the higher and better that you feel, the more you feel tuned in, tapped in and turned on, and the more those inspired actions flow to you. And it's the same with receiving from non-physical. The higher your transitional vibration is, the more easily you will be able to receive from them. But also what goes hand in hand with this is tackling your stored vibration also, which is why, as a accredited practitioner, I'm really passionate about helping people to release all of their low stored vibration and awaken, because actually what so often happens, and was absolutely the case with me, was that I had so much low vibration in my body that actually there was a lot around my pineal gland in the center of my mind also. And what happens is when you have a lot of low stored vibration, it kind of clouds the receiving, and in a lot of cases almost kind of limits it. That was definitely the case for me. Like how I lived 3 years ago is very different to how I live now. Like every day I'm working with non-physical, even if it's just I'm chatting to them while I'm taking the dog for a walk, or if it's that I'm receiving from them if I'm helping a client, or you know receiving guidance from them today before coming on and doing this live. So the first thing is, are you really balanced in your transitional vibration, and have you tackled the releasing of your low stored vibration? And just to be really clear, because there's new people that are following this Facebook page, just to be really clear, all of us have low stored, low vibration unless we've followed and completed the belief releasing process. Okay, so and it's not that you've done anything wrong, it's just part of being a physical journey, being a physical human, and the result of the physical journey that you have had, that throughout your journey at points there would have been things that caused fear and therefore started to store low vibration in your body, and so this is why now, because this is new understanding that I've been working with for a couple of years now. This is why I'm really passionate about teaching this, because actually it's the other half of the manifesting jigsaw puzzle, is to tackle your stored low vibration also, as well as your transitional. But when you're working with non-physical, the higher your vibration is, the more easily you're able to receive. So that's the first thing. So even as an awakened person, as I am, if your transitional is kind of lower, it can make it harder to receive. Now, that actually isn't the case when I'm working with clients. As I believe a accredited practitioner, even if I'm having a day where there's a lot of expanding going on and a lot of tuning from non-physical, and I might feel a bit discombobulated, my vibration is always held for clients. So if you are a client, just to kind of confirm, it's not like I stop receiving. If you're a client, I will continue to receive that guidance for you. But actually, when I'm receiving from my own non-physical team, if I'm feeling a bit stretched or I'm agitating a bit, it can go a bit quiet. So that's the first thing to really understand. The higher your vibration is, the more easy it is to receive from your non-physical team. But also there are phases when it goes a bit quiet because they're tuning to you. So I've definitely been experiencing this the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm like, what is going on? And it's because there's new tuning that is taking place. And I've definitely been through phases of this over the last couple of years as well, where it's a little bit like pulling teeth. You're a bit like, I'm not really getting, like, where are you? Not really getting anything. And of course I know that they're there, but it is a bit harder to receive from them. And actually, I've got a real desire at the moment to hear my non-physical team, because often it is cognitive for me or visual. And again, as you work at heightening your vibration and you work at your tuning, the more these different ways of receiving open up to you. So Sarah is actually saying it's connected to that also. That's so interesting. So this is the thing, I often receive from Sarah as well when I am talking things out loud. So that is a tip actually for any of you that are struggling a bit with your receiving at the moment. Often just speaking things out loud can be really helpful, because actually the flow starts to flow to you. Of course, doing things that you love also going to lift your vibration, help to open up that flow to you. But if it goes a bit quiet, it can be because there's new tuning taking place, and ultimately it's going to be awesome for you. So when it goes a little bit quiet, just know they haven't gone anywhere, they're still really around you, but actually they are just changing the way they are tuning to you to open up more to you, so you can actually ultimately receive from them more clearly. Also, another time you may feel you're receiving of non-physical drop is if you're feeling tired. So that's definitely the case with me. If I'm feeling tired, I personally find it really hard to receive. Again, not the case with clients. If a client needs me, I definitely get the guidance for them each time. But when I'm trying to do it for me and I'm tired, I definitely notice that it just kind of like just goes quite quiet. So kind of connecting to your non-physical team when you're feeling quite alert is the guidance that I would share. And I know I've spoken about this in other Facebook groups of programs that I'm running as well, when people are trying to receive from their higher self to release. As an example, if you're trying to release when you're tired, for me it never worked. I had to be quite alert and focused. Okay, so that's another top tip also, noticing if you're trying to get answers and tune in when you're tired. Also, do you really want the answer? This is the other thing the team is saying. Are you kind of chucking out loads of questions to your non-physical team, but you're not really desiring a true answer, and you're not really creating the space for them to provide that answer to you? So again, this can happen. Also, sometimes your team, there's certain things they're not going to be able to share with you just because of energetic laws as well. It's not that they don't want to, it's just that sometimes there's certain things they aren't able to share with you at that moment in time, or other times they have to go off and collate the information and bring it back to you. So it's really important you create that space for them to share with you also. And if you're like me, which some of you might be, because let's face it, it is law of attraction, I definitely used to be a bit impatient. I didn't create the space to receive, or I'd ask a question to my non-physical team and kind of get a bit bored and move on to the next question, not giving them the time to answer. So I kind of say about it, and I'm sort of laughing, hi darling, hope you are really, really well. There's lots of new people, not new, but people that have been on this page a while who are starting to see these videos again. So there's obviously something powerful happening with Law of Attraction at the moment. So awesome. It's lovely to see you, darling. So yes, just give time and space for your non-physical team to answer. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to. Don't be impatient. Give it time. Do it when you are awake. Know that if it goes a bit quiet at times, it can be because they're tuning to you, and actually see that as a really, really, really good thing. And actually, I do remember once being told that actually, if you can't always get the answer, especially from your higher self, it's a really good thing, because actually it shows that you're tuning, and your tuning is evolving, because it's never ever all done. This is something to really understand the truth of, and many of you will have heard of this when it comes to manifesting and Law of Attraction. It's never ever all done, because once you manifest one desire, you create another one. It's exactly the same with your non-physical team. It's never ever all done. There's always more to learn from them, to glean from them. There's always more help that they can bring you and guidance that they can bring you. It's never ever all done. So rather than be impatient and just want to be in the energy of, I just want to know all the answers now, and I just want to receive all the answers now from my non-physical team, take that pressure off of yourself, because it's never ever all done. We have our whole lives ahead of us. And incidentally, if you awaken and release your low stored vibration, and you continually work at expanding, you'll start naturally healing yourself over time. Your life expectancy will increase. I mean, we've got a whole long lifetime ahead of us, and this is where I would love for every single one of you in this Mastering the Art of Manifesting family to come with me. It's about, let's all awaken, let's all release our low store vibration, let's all work with non-physical, let's all fall in love with life, let's all fall in love with being physical humans on this physical earth of ours, because we only get one physical life. We're eternal and non-physical beyond that, but we get this one physical life. So let's max it out. And although we are physical, our non-physical teams are here to support us. So it's not about having your heads up in the clouds the whole time and needing answers and receiving the whole time. It is about being very present and physical on this earth, but knowing that they are there to help you, and that if they go a bit quiet, sometimes it will be for a variety of different reasons. So just check in with how you're feeling, and know that sometimes they're trying to teach you something and show you something, and that's definitely something I had. I don't know whether any of you have seen, I've put a post out earlier today, because I'm going to be coaching a money momentum course starting on the 1st of June, and oh my goodness, I have learned so much from my team around money manifesting, and actually a lot of the time that's involved them going a bit quiet so I can learn it and truly understand it myself, so I can use it for me and also help others. So it's about staying loving, it's about not getting frustrated, it's about loving every moment of this precious life. Because let's face it, guys, at the moment, although this will become mainstream, at the moment every single one of you here are we aren't kind of run of the mill, if you like. We're working with non-physical, we are doing things in a leading edge way that the majority of the planet isn't yet. So keep recognizing that and acknowledging that and celebrating your everything that you are doing, but understand that if it goes a bit quiet, these may be some of the reasons why. And so feel into those further, but know that ultimately everything is always for your expansion and ultimate good, because we in this tribe are here to expand and continue to be limitless. And so we hope this helps you. We're sending you so much love. I can see Sarah has commented. So glad that's helped you, darling, and sending you so much love. You are doing so well, and sending you a huge hug, darling. Okay, so have a great one, guys. Hopefully this helps, and any questions, feel free to post them below and we'll answer them for you. Mwah.